Welcome to today's flow of the day. To get ready, we're just going to get a few things. You might want a strap, you might want your blocks. I'm going to grab my bolster here, and I'm also going to grab my acupressure mat set for my shavasana. So feel free to grab any props that you like. We're going to start on our backs here. So feel free to make yourselves comfortable. Find yourself sitting with your head up, or your head facing up, sorry, on your backs. Close the eyes down and just concentrate on your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Finding some stillness. Taking a moment here to set an intention for your practice. I just realized that I left the door open, so we might be interrupted by my dogs. We might be, I don't know, we'll see. There we go. Okay. I apologize in advance if I start sneezing. I was outside all day yesterday enjoying the beautiful weather. And as a result, my allergies have started. So I apologize in advance if I start a sneezing fit. I'm not sick, I swear. Just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in and sigh out through the mouth. Breathing in and out. Just letting go of any tension here, any stress, anything that's been weighing on you. Just let it all go. Just find yourself melting a little bit deeper and deeper into your mat as your body relaxes. If you haven't set your intention yet, feel free to do so now. Just keeping the eyes closed and repeating that intention in your mind. Flicking open the eyes. Start wriggling the fingers, the toes. Bringing some movement back into the body. Maybe rolling out the wrists and the ankles. Still concentrating on that breath as you move around, waking up your body. With my bolster. Letting the feet fall nice and wide. Reaching the arms up overhead. Inhaling, reach, stretch it all out. And exhale, melting into the mat. Inhale, reach as long as you can possibly go. And exhale, release. And one more time, inhale, reach. And exhale, just let it all go. Drawing the knees in toward the center of the body, wrapping the arms around for a nice self-hug. Rock it out side to side, massaging the lower back. Just getting the body ready to start working. Planting the heels down on the mat beside you, or behind you, sorry. Just a little bit right below the bum. You should be able to touch your heels with your fingertips. And then lifting the hips up off the ground, sending the belly button toward the sky. Meanwhile, you're drawing it in toward the spine. And lower down. On your next inhale, lifting up. And lower down. And lift. Sending the hips toward the sky. And lower down. And lift. Drawing the hands together behind the back. You can roll the shoulder blades underneath. And lift just a little bit higher. Making sure to keep the knees as close together as possible. You don't want them splaying out to the side. Letting go of the pins, unrolling the shoulders, and lowering the tailbone down to the mat. Adjusting the feet if you need to. And do that one more time. And lifting up, interlacing the fingers, rolling the shoulder blades underneath the body, and pressing toward the sky. Releasing the fingers, unrolling the shoulder blades, and lowering down to the mat. Pulling the knees into the chest and rocking it out. Massaging out that lower back. Rock it out. Just awakening the spine here. Some gentle back bends. Working the core, strengthening those stabilizer muscles that support our spine and our whole body weight. Planting the feet back down. Same position, fingertips should be able to touch and brush the heels. Lifting the right leg up toward the sky. And then lifting the hips for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold. And pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Draw those knees in, rock it out. Planting the feet down, lifting the left leg. And then we'll lift the hips up off the ground for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold. Holding here at the top. And pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Lowering down, drawing those knees into the chest, rocking it up. I apologize, my phone's not on silent today. I did my spin class this morning. I accidentally turned up the volume on my phone instead of the volume in the media. All right. Now sending those both feet up toward the sky. Just holding here. Slowly lowering the feet down to the floor. Feet flexed. Point the toes and draw them back up. Flex the feet, lower down. Point the toes and draw them back up. Flex the feet, lower down. Point the toes and draw back up. And flex and lower. Point and raise. Flex and lower. And hold here in a hover. Start fluttering the feet. Little scissor kicks. And then lower them all the way down to the floor. Drawing the knees in. Rocking it out. Massage with the lower back. Releasing one leg out. Holding that right knee in. And then switch. Left knee to chest. Right leg out. Switch. 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 Left. And right. Left. And right. Left. And right. Lift the shoulder blades up off the mat. And right. Left. And right. Left. To right. And left. And right. And draw both knees in. Massaging it out. I get about 100 emails a day, so that's probably going to go off a lot. Dropping the feet to the mat, crossing the right leg over the left, and just letting the hips fall to the left side, and turning the head, looking over the right fingertips. Sending that right arm out to the side. Nice T shape here. Drawing the legs back to center, planting the right foot down, left foot comes over the right, and hips drop to the right side. Extending that left arm, and looking over those left fingertips. Drawing the knees back to center. And again, just tucking them in, pulling them into the chest. Rocking it out just a little bit here, massaging out that lower back. One last time. And we start rocking. Enjoying the massage in the upper, middle, and lower back. And come to seated in your boat pose. Just holding it here. I'm going to draw the left knee in and extend the right. And then switching, extending the left foot, pulling the right knee in. And switch, switch, switch. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Hold in center. Dropping the hands beside your hips, extending the feet out, and pulling both knees in. Out, and in, out, in, out, in, out, and in, out, in, and out. And hold. And lower down slowly to the mat. From here, I'm just going to draw the knees up, rolling onto our side, pressing up with our left hand here, or right, and coming into a tabletop. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me. From here, we're just going to move with our breath and take some gentle cat-cow stretches. So as we inhale, we draw the shoulders up, pull the belly button toward the spine, arching the back, following out the body. And on our exhale, lowering down, bringing the belly button back down toward the mat, arching the back, untucking that tailbone. And then going back to cat. Just moving in your own breath here. And cow. Inhale for cat. Exhale, side out. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale for cat. And exhale for cow. Coming into a neutral spine here. We're just going to turn that left foot out, grabbing onto the right ankle, and opening up the body. If this is too much, you can leave that right foot extended and just reach over. Coming back to center, planting that right hand down. The right knee turns out. You can either extend here, or you can grab that left ankle and open up for a gentle back bend. Releasing the left foot, planting the left hand down, turning the right leg back in toward the center, taking the right arm and drawing it under and through the left, bringing the right side of the face down to the mat, and resting here for thread the needle. Optional bind here with the hand on the right thigh. planting the left hand back on the mat, pressing up, releasing that right hand, coming back to your neutral position. Taking the left hand, drawing it through the right, lowering down the left side, and finding that bind on the left if you like. And from here, we're going to plant the right hand down, coming back to that neutral spine, walking the hands out to the front of the mat, and then lowering down, bringing the chest and the chin down to the mat for puppy. If you want to intensify this pose, you can straighten the legs. Or keep them bent. Walking the hands back in. Coming up to a kneeling position now. I'm just going to plant the hands on the sacrum, and just to support our back, and we're just going to come into a gentle bend here for camel pose. If you're more advanced or more flexible, you can find your way down to your heels. You can keep the toes curled under. I'm just making sure to keep a neutral neckline here. You don't want to just drop it and let it go. Make sure you're supporting your neck and you're not straining anything there. You're pressing the belly button toward the wall in front of you. You don't want to sink back into the heels here. And when you're ready to release, planting the hands back on the hips, behind the sacrum. Planting the hands back on the floor in front of you and lowering down into your child's pose. Coming forward onto your forearms, or tucking the toes under, and pressing up into a dolphin here. Just holding here, maybe pedaling out the feet. Coming back, pressing back into the heels. And if it's in your practice and you want to come right up into your downward dog, feel free to do so, or come one step at a time. Just one arm at a time. Lifting that left leg and sending it in between the hands. Opening up here, straightening out that front leg for triangle. Opening up, extending that right arm up overhead. And sending the gaze up towards your fingertips. Use a block here if you need to. Lowering the right hand down, planting that right hand on the block, and twisting open to the left. Coming back to center, bending in that left knee, coming up on the toes on that right foot, and into your crescent lunge. Dropping the right foot, at a 45-degree angle. Staying here in your warrior one. Ensuring that your hips are turned straight with the front of your mat, nice and squared. Turning the foot slightly outwards to a 90-degree angle at the back. Opening up warrior two. Opening up the hips to the side of the room. Dropping the right hand, opening up reverse warrior. Coming back, warrior two. Straightening out that front leg, turning the feet inwards, and coming down to your standing wide leg fold. Just placing the hands on the mat beneath you for a gentle fold. Coming back up, halfway, and lower down. Grabbing the big toes with your index and middle fingers, and coming down just a little bit deeper. Releasing the toes, bringing the hands back to center, and coming up back up to standing. We're going to shift, turning that right foot out toward the front of the mat. Bringing that left foot in at a 45-degree angle, opening up for our triangle. Again, using the blocks if you need them. Sending that left arm up overhead, and shifting your gaze up to your left hand. Dropping that left hand down, planting it there, and twisting to the right. Release that right hand down. Turning that left foot inwards, coming up onto the toes for crescent lunge. Drop the back heel at a 45-degree angle and stay here in your warrior one. Your hips should be squared with the front of your mat. Opening up here, turning the left foot out for a 90-degree angle, opening up warrior two. Hips should be open to the side of the room. Your gaze is over the right fingertips. Drop that back hand and reach over for reverse warrior. Option to bind here. And releasing the hands, coming back to warrior two. Straightening out that front leg, coming back into your wide leg fold. Just going to interlace the hands behind the back as you lean forward, letting the shoulders open up and the arms fall. Your toes should be slightly turned inward. And activating all the muscles to keep your ankles from rolling out. Coming back to center. We're going to bend, slightly turn the toes back out so they're facing forward. Bending in the right knee, shifting the balance out of the left toes for your skandasana. If you need to place your hands on the floor for balance, go right ahead. But try to keep them up off the ground. Opening up the hips here nicely. And just allowing the hips to fall backwards. Finding your bind here if you can. You can definitely use a strap here to assist you. Just remembering to keep your breath, keep breathing through each of the movements. Remembering that yoga is movement and breath combined. It's hard sometimes to remember to breathe when some of the movements are more difficult. But those are the ones you need to remember to breathe through the most. Releasing the bind and dropping that right leg down, coming into a forward fold. Adjusting if you need to. Releasing the fold, walking it out, picking up that right knee, and turning it inward, bringing the right foot in toward the left thigh, and folding forward. Releasing the foot, walking it out to center. You can place your left hand over that right knee and stretch the side body, reaching that right arm toward the left toes. Again, if you need to use your strap here, please do. Releasing that left foot, walking it back to center, propping up that right foot, and shifting your hips up off the mat, back into your Skandasana. We're going to shift our weight over to the left side, lifting those right toes up off the ground. And again, finding your balance here. If you need to place your hands on the mat, that's great. But try to work towards lifting them off and finding your balance. My left side is definitely harder than my right. So if this is challenging for you, I totally understand. It's challenging for me too. Opening up that inner right thigh and the hips. Stretching out the calf muscles, the shin. And when you're ready, lowering the hips down to the mat. Finding your bind. If it's accessible, you can use your strap here. Releasing the bind, dropping that left knee down. Toes are, feet, the foot is on the outside of that left hip. Adjusting here if you need to, and then folding forward. Releasing the fold, walking it up, turning that left foot inwards, bringing the left foot in toward the right thigh, and folding forward. Releasing the right foot, placing that right hand on the outside of the left knee, drawing the shoulder in towards the left leg, and reaching over, stretching out the left side body. Again, using your strap if you need to. And releasing the left foot, coming back to center. We're just going to send both feet, the left foot out to meet the right, adjusting anywhere you need to make adjustments, and folding forward. You can place the you can use your strap here if you don't have the flexibility. Otherwise, your hands to the soles of your feet, and folding forward. You can also hook the big toes with your index and middle fingers here. You can grab your heels. You can grab your shins. Whatever is easiest for you and whatever is accessible to you. On every inhale, lengthening. And on every exhale, just deepening a little bit more into the stretch. And releasing the feet, walking it back up slowly to neutral spine. I'm going to draw the feet in toward the body for butterfly. just going to turn here so I'm not facing the back of the room. Finding your butterfly. Using the elbows and forearms to press the inner thighs down, sending the knees toward the mat. You're almost peeling your feet open with your hands. And close your eyes here if you like. And then gently lowering down, pulling the elbows in front of the shins. Lowering down, folding toward the mat. And release. Sending the feet nice and wide as is comfortable. And then coming down into a forward wide leg fold. Just gently easing into it here, coming forward with no pulling, no pressure. Dropping the forearms down to the mat, the elbows down to the mat if it's accessible. And just using your body weight here to allow yourself to deepen the stretch. And walking the hands back, coming back to a seated position. Swinging the legs around. Bending in the knees. And then gently lowering down onto your lower back, onto your backs. Planting the feet. And just letting them windshield wiper side to side. Feeling that nice massage in the lower back on the mat. And then letting them fall to the right. Looking over your left arm, sending it out to the left. And then when you're ready, coming back to center. And just allowing the legs to fall to the left. Sending the right arm out to the side. You can send both arms out if you like. And just looking over the right fingertips. Bringing the knees back to center. Grabbing your strap if you've got one. You can use a belt if you like. You can use a bag. I've seen many things used as props here. So just slip your strap over the right foot, sending the left foot out. And just lower the right foot down slowly to the side. You can use blocks or cushions here if you need to prop your leg if it's uncomfortable. You can use a block to go under the thigh if you're coming down too far, and it'll prevent you from overstretching. Your left arm you can send out to the left side in a nice T shape. Bring the right leg back to center, and switching out the feet, sending the right leg down to the mat, and the left foot into the strap. And then just slowly lowering the foot down to the floor. Again, using blocks or cushions here to prop the left leg if you need. Trying to keep that right hip on the floor, not letting it come up off the mat. Releasing the left foot, bringing it back to center. Releasing the strap. Bringing both knees in toward the chest. Grabbing the outsides of the feet. And just rocking it out here in Happy Baby. And when you're ready, just making your way into your final Shavasana. I'm going to use my bolster here just to make it a little more comfortable on my lower back and hips. And I'm also going to use my bed of nails because my body has been really sore. So I feel like I could use this again. So I've got my little acupressure mat here and my acupressure pillow. This one's from my bed of nails. It's a little cushion for your neck, so it just sits right there below your skull and your shoulders. And then you've got your little mat here with the little prickly pieces as well. So I'll just set that up there. Acupressure works a lot like acupuncture, where it helps to relieve pain and stiffness and inflammation in the body. Feel free to stay here in your Shavasana as long as you like. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I honestly had no idea what I was going to teach today until I got down here on my mat. So I hope you enjoyed this Hatha flow. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, let me know. If you liked it, let me know either way. If you want to see anything different, if you have suggestions or tips, please send me a DM, or you can comment on the Instagram post when I post it on my page. I do share yoga practices and fitness workouts weekly on my page, so I hope to see you again next week. Next week's schedule will be out in the next couple of days. So as we lay here, finding your stillness, just remembering the intentions we set for our practice today. Taking a moment here to reconnect And remember, thank you so much again for joining me today and allow me to guide you in your practice. Namaste. Again, feel free to stay here as long as you need to. Just finding your stillness, balance, connection.